Welcome back to the Javelina 100 presented by Hoka. I'm Chris Warden.
And I'm Corinne Shalvoy, a.k.a. Tyler Durden. Have you seen Fight Club? I have. This is Tyler Durden.
And we are here with our next
I love
guest. This is a first-timer here at Javelina 100, so welcome Beth Mckenzie to Javelina 100.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited for the party in the desert.
Yeah. Beth, I'm so excited. I really wanted to bring you in for an interview because we've gotten to know each other just a little bit via social media and through other things. I'm rocking some Win shorts right now. You are CEO of Win Republic, correct? So maybe we should start with that. What is tell us a little bit about being CEO of an apparel company, and tell us a little bit about Win.
Yeah. So before I did ultra running, Luke, my husband, and I were professional triathletes. And when it was time to retire from professional triathlon, we really just loved the community and the sport so much. And we'd made some progress with some of our sponsors making aerodynamic tri-suits.
Nice.
And we decided we wanted to make some of our own. So we started an endurance apparel brand, started focusing on triathlon, cycling, and running. So now it's really fun that I'm not racing triathlon anymore, but as a runner, I can wear all our gear.
Yeah.
Doing that. So it's a lot, but running really gives me the outlet to be able to take some time for myself and still chase my own goals out of the workplace.
Yeah. And you jumped headfirst into ultra running and have had huge success in the sport. And I think I first remembered seeing your name from Ultra Trail Australia a couple years ago when you won the race. And I was like, holy moly, who is this woman? And then I was like, holy moly, she's a mom. Yes. Holy moly, she's 45. Yes. And it kept going on and on. And I know we've talked about it earlier, but there are a plethora of Masters runners, especially in the women's field, that are absolutely
The roster for the Masters
dominating.
division is nuts this year.
And I love it. And it's so cool that this is a sport where we can thrive in our early, mid, 40s. So tell us a little bit about your journey into ultra running and just how you've kind of been able to take all of that, massive aerobic endurance base from tri and move it into trail and ultra.
Yeah, I didn't start. My first 100K was in 2024, which is crazy. But it is, as you said, I looked at the list too, and I'm like, I think we can have a full podium of women in their 40s in this race, and that'd be really cool. And throw a couple moms in there too, and it's even better. I love that, as races get longer, women just tend to get stronger. And even as we are getting older, we still have so much endurance left to give. The speed might be, a little less than it used to be, but when you're going out for all day, say anywhere from 9 to 16 hours, in 100K to 100 miles here, you're never going to be at your top end speed. So that's okay. But yeah, so I started in 2024 with Tearaware 100K.
Yep.
And that was my first one. And I ended up coming second to Ruth Croft, who we know is amazing.
Not too shabby.
Yeah.
Not too shabby.
Heck of a debut.
I wasn't nipping at her heels.
I'd like to come second to Ruth Croft in a race ever.
I wasn't nipping at her heels, but I was I think it was in the end, 25 minutes behind Ruth, over 100K. For me, I was like, that's not that bad. And after the race, my husband Luke said, he was like, yeah, he's like, you were running really well. He's like, but do you know what your aid stations looked like compared to hers? And I was like, no. And I was sitting down, changing shoes, having a little snack and a chat. And he's like, you need to clean those up. Because it ended up I think I spent 19 minutes in the aid stations and she spent 6 or something. So I knew there was time on the table there. So I was like, I'll sign up for Ultra Trail Australia and just try to clean up the low hanging fruit, the food on the table sort of thing. And yeah, I did that, and I did improve in those little things. I don't think my running really got any better in between that time, but just my knowledge of how to run a 100K, having had a little experience. And I was able to win that last year, which is great. And so I've only done 400Ks. I've done Tearaware twice and UTA twice.
Yeah.
And I've been on the podium every
CCC.
time. Oh, yes.
You've done another one.
I've done 500Ks. That's the one I like to forget.
Oh, no.
No, it was amazing. That was probably
that was this year.
Yeah, the best. It was one of the best experiences of my life. It was just also one of the hardest. And I think maybe I've just blocked out some of the memories already.
Well,
So-
yeah,
okay.
sorry, I was just going to say, now this is going to feel like a breeze because even though, like, we were talking about time comparisons, like, despite it being 100K and 38 miles shorter than 100 mile, and we'll talk about this being your first 100 miler, but, like, time on feet wise, we're not looking at too different of numbers.
No, especially because CCC took me a lot longer than I planned. So I'm like,
Okay,
time on feet could be pretty comparable. I was like 14:30 something. So
Yeah.
maybe like an hour more. Who knows?
Amazing.
I don't really know. My goal is really to enjoy it. I want to complete 100 miles. I want to tick it off my bucket list.
Nice.
That's really my only goal. And I'm going to just run within myself and see how that pans out.
Awesome.
Yeah, so, I mean, your 100K journey is taking you all over the world to these far-flung places, and here you are coming to visit us in Arizona for your first 100-miler. So what brought you to Javelina specifically?
Well, I am American, so I've heard of Javelina. I've seen a lot of friends running Javelina, just people I know. I'm coached by Megan Roach, and her husband David's won Javelina, so I've always seen this party in the desert. And actually, I used to be a triathlon coach and also coached some runners through that. And I coached a runner through Javelina in like 2016.
Oh, nice.
So I'm very familiar with it, and I also just, for me, coming from a triathlon background, this is like a runnable course. This is my dream. This is my absolute dream. I know it's going to be hard, and the heat management is something that's actually gotten harder for me as I've gotten older. I used to love and thrive going to race Kona and like the hottest conditions possible in triathlon, and now that has changed a little bit, but I think we have a great day. I know better now how to manage myself in the heat, so that's going to be something that I'm looking forward to. I do love the heat. I just don't perform as well in it anymore. But yeah, it's just what an awesome course. I've run like bits of the loop and pieced together, I think, the whole loop, and I love it. It's great.
Nice.
What are your impressions? So you're someone being in the tri world and doing so much, everything you do with, you guys have an athlete team and you're traveling all the time. Like, how would you compare kind of the vibe and the environment? Like, you were just at Kona, you've been to CCC, so you've seen the UTMB stuff. Like, how do you describe this environment?
This is like the ultimate party. And even, at CCC, I did say too, like not CCC, but the whole UTMB event was bigger than Kona for sure, which I don't think people expect, and I certainly didn't expect, but it's just huge. And this just seems like I've never seen like a headquarters area so big, so full of life already. Like, I can't wait to just be running through here tomorrow, each lap.
Yeah.
I know some people, like, obviously here everybody loves a lapped course, right? Because you get to come through here. But I love the lapped course anyway.
Nice.
And this is just that extra, like, just the fun factor is definitely what I'm here for.
Cool.
Yeah, I think the first time you come through after you come off of Cinch and head up to headquarters, you'll hear it before you see it, and you'll come around the corner, and then as you're making your way through the loop, whether you're first, second, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, everybody at their tents is going to be out to see you and like lining, and this is going to happen for you 4 more times after that. Like, that's what's beautiful about this race.
I can't wait. It's going to be so fun.
Yeah. Just give a quick shout out to your crew, Pacers.
Yep. So my husband, Luke, as you mentioned, we travel so much for work, and he has been traveling all over the place. And last week I was in our California office after Kona while he actually flew home to Australia with our kids.
Whoa.
And then flew back here. And now he's here for 3 nights, pacing me for one of the loops. And then we're going to fly home on Sunday. And then we have Noosa Triathlon, which is a big triathlon. And then 6 days later, he flies back over to Spain.
Oh, my God.
For the half Ironman World Championships. I'm going to stay home. I've done my travel this year, so that's good. And then my friend Ella flew over from Australia. She's one of my best longtime training partners at home. And this is actually her first time in America. So we have to put on a good party for her.
Wow. You're getting a very unique pick.
Yeah, this is not
snapshot.
your typical American trip, but we're glad you made it. So
Yeah.
But this is what I love about, like, to me, Javelina is just the epitome of, like, I don't know. It's like, it's so diverse. The different people that run this race, like, I don't know. It's just like a really, really unique environment. So I actually am okay with it being her first impression of like the ultra trail world, because I think it's a good representation of, like, this was called by race director Jubilee, a misfit party. It's like, this is for people to just come be who they are and like express themselves in the form of running an ultra, and like that's one of the most beautiful things about it. So I'm excited for you. What are your goals? Do you have specific goals? Like, I know you want to finish. This is your first 100 miler, so
it's my first 100 miler. I really actually don't have specific goals. I just, as I said, I want to run really strong. I want to run within myself. I'm just going to give myself like a heart rate cap.
Nice.
And run within that, because I know that I can stay in that for 10, 12, 14 hours, and then just hope my body holds up below that. I don't know about 16 hours, so that might be new territory here.
Yeah.
But I know what I can do for the amount of time less than that. So I'm just going to like keep it real moderate. I'm not going to worry about what other people are doing, and just, run my own race. For planning purposes, I just said 15 hours, because that's like 3 hours a lap. I know the first lap is going to be the fastest, and I think that I'll come in under 3 hours in the first lap. But then after that, who knows what happens,
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It'll be really exciting to see how it plays out. There's so many great runners here.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see them run and do their thing too. So it'll be
everyone
cool.
needs to tune into the women's race. It's going to be
it's
electric
going to be
tomorrow.
fantastic. And
So
as you
good.
mentioned, the Masters class division in the women's race, like when we started doing our preview, it was like the master, like basically if you start at the age of 39 and go up, it's like there are 15, 20 amazing athletes that are going to be worth following all day. So.
Yeah, like Lauren Puretz, obviously, and Carla Molinaro.
Yeah.
She's incredible.
Yeah.
So like it's just going to be fire.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome to follow, and there's going to be a lot of fast times thrown down. This is a cooler year for us, based on recent comparison. Last year it was 98, 100 degrees, depending on who you ask out there. I mean, she was out there for 15 hours and change,
Crazy.
and so I'm sure she can give you firsthand detail on exactly how hot it was.
You probably have more. Go ahead, you finish,
was
and then
gonna
I
say,
got a question. I can't.
I was going to say, have you gotten enough heat training in with all of your travel to feel prepared? I mean, it's going to be probably in the 86 to 88 degree range at its hottest tomorrow.
I am really lucky in that I just spent 2 weeks in Hawaii.
Perfect.
Training while we were there for the Ironman, and I was able to get in a lot of good mileage, which is great, in the heat, sometimes in the middle of the day. I haven't had as much, sauna is normally just a huge part of my routine at home, but I've been able to get back in this past week, so I think I'm good. We'll see. I think the cooling is going to be the name of the game, though, for sure.
That's what I was going to ask is, have you learned anything, from just being around the tri-world so much that is different or unique, or do you think, all right, you need to settle it for us, who's ahead of the game, ultra runners or triathletes when it comes to
ultra running
cooling?
is so far ahead of triathlon in the cooling
so
game.
Interesting.
Nobody in triathlon takes cooling that seriously, and at Kona this year, you saw the first 2 women off the bike, they both dropped out literally due to heat stroke, and were stumbling around because there is no real heat management. People might dunk a bandana at an aid station, but last year at Kona, the Ironman World Championships, one of our athletes got heckled online just for putting his head in a tub of ice. Which was there for the athletes, but people said, you're taking water from other people. So it's just not accepted even in the trial world.
Interesting.
It was ridiculous, but it was really funny, because people just, the actual cooling, with ice or dunking your whole body like you see at Western states, that is not something you see in the tri world. But you also don't have your own crew, so it's a little different.
Yeah.
So we're way ahead of it in ultra running, and so I've got my ice bandanas,
Perfect.
tons of ice.
Yep.
All
There's
kinds of
so
things.
much ice out on course.
Oh,
There
good.
will be kiddie pools. If you
Ooh.
feel like a full submersion is in your,
Yes,
you can
okay.
do that.
I
So
would love that.
Yeah, it's all there for you. But it's good to know that we're ahead of the game on something, because we're usually behind the game
No,
when it comes
definitely
to other
way
things.
ahead of the game.
Yeah, nice.
But when all is said and done on Saturday night, Sunday morning, depending on when your race draws to a close, what has to happen in order for you to walk away and say, you know what, that's what I wanted to have happen?
Yeah, I just need really to finish and to know that I put in what I had on that day. I know that I deal with as I'm getting older, my body doesn't always want to cooperate, so just gonna have to deal with what I have on the day, and if I get out everything I put in, I'll be happy.
Awesome.
I don't want to fall in a cactus.
Yeah, don't do that.
Ella did that
Are
the
you
other
carrying a
day, our
comb?
first day.
I saw it. I
was
saw
really bad.
I saw that there. Yeah, I saw. Are you okay? Oh God.
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
Yeah,
Are you
it's
carrying
bad.
a comb?
Yes, I've got a little brush. Yeah.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
That's key. That's clutch. Like that's one like little piece of tech that a lot of people don't realize. So.
Yeah. I
Anything
think
else?
no, I'm just really excited. Like, thank you for choosing Javelina because I think it's an awesome race,
I
and
feel
it
like
seems like
it's-
something that's going to really suit you as an athlete, and I'm really excited to see what you can do out there.
I feel like it's the best 100 miler, but also the best first 100 miler for so many reasons.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it's cool to feel new at something again, and that's like something in life I always love. So yeah, I'm just excited, and thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for continuing to, inspire and just be a representation of the fact that, like, I feel this way that I could have a second chapter as an athlete in my life. And it's like, even after having a family, and it's like, yes, people can. People start this sport at so many, any age. People start this sport at age 60. And, it's just like we need more people
We're
to
not
get
done
involved.
yet,
We're
are
not
we?
done yet.
We're not
I
done
agree.
yet.
I agree.
Well, I mean, I can testify to that because you look at a couple of the people who have finished this race the most. I mean, Susan Donnelly has 15 finishes, and
Wow.
she's in her 60s. Karen Bonet is going for finish number 15, and she is 69, I believe. So, and I have no doubt that both of them are going to get it done out here this weekend. So, we're pups at this point. So we've got plenty of life left in the legs. So.
Very,
yeah.
very fast pups.
Absolutely. Beth, thank you very much for joining us, and
Thanks,
have a
guys.
great time out there this weekend.
Have a
We will.
blast. Thank
Thank
you.
you.